Well, good morning everybody. The Grace Solo, it did remarkably well, I have to say. It's the second night I've used it. Whilst I would say that it's the time is 10:40. We haven't been awake very long. We probably ought to rename this channel the Tony Hobbs Laziest Wild Camping Channel or something like that. The Lazy Camping Channel. And I have to say, the old Grace Solo. Oh God. Old Grace. Oh God. Oh hello. I don't knock over my breakfast. So Lassie's come along now. Look. Well, I suppose Lassie's. I suppose Lassie has saved you all from another terrible Tony's inside Grace joke. Oh, we got the joke in anyway. Oh, Lassie. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yes, I know you're very beautiful. But we were talking about being inside Grace, not talking about. Or maybe we should get more. Or maybe we should get more religious on this channel and say that we're with Grace, saying our grace. Although to be honest, Lassie, I don't think we'll ever see the inside of heaven somehow. I don't think God is quite ready for Tony's not wild about watches or Tony's wilderness or something. I don't think God is ready for Tony's wild innuendos every 2 bloody minutes. Oh dear. Oh, let's see. Okay, all right. So anyway, we're quite happy inside Grace here. There's a bit of a breeze coming through, but it's not too bad. We've kind of inserted ourselves into this narrow opening here. Oh dear God, it doesn't get any better, does it? So yeah, but what I was trying to say before I, as usual, rudely interrupted myself, there's no wonder the subscribers go down as quickly as they go up. They do actually. I have noticed, because you can see the analytics, and I have noticed that they do kind of sort of go up. They kind of go up, but then they go down a bit. I think a few people sort of, join the channel and then they think, oh Jesus, I can't watch this. Oh dear. We're a bit unique here. Well, we can't change for that type of nonsense, If people enjoy it, then they enjoy it. I'm up about £10 on the revenue per. I'm up about £10. So that's probably you. Actually, Andy, you've been watching a few previous videos as well, to be honest. I've noticed you have, and of course Organised Chaos has gone right back to the very beginning. The beginning of the beginning, when it began, and has been working his way through. So make sure Organised Chaos, make sure you watch all the adverts and everything. I know they're a pain, but make sure you watch all the adverts. Make it worth my while that you're watching all of those videos. Put the kettle on when there's an advert on. You don't have to listen to the bloody horrible things. But there. But yeah, I mean, I used to make about 20. Well, actually, at one time I made about £10, and then it went up to about £25 a month, and it kind of stayed there forever. And sometimes it would dip below 20, and it never really went above 25, I have to say. But I have noticed the last couple of months it's been about sort of 30-35 pounds a month, so that's quite that's a little Brucey bonus. That's some extra dog food for Lassie. So anyway, we've had a good night inside Grace here. Grace has kept us very warm and dry, although that's not quite supposed to happen, is it, when you're inside? Anyway, moving swiftly on. There's no hope, really. There's no hope. That's a one-track mind on this channel, I tell you. Anyway, we've had a very, very warm, dry, comfortable night. I didn't bother doing any filming last night. I was too tired and too lazy, and I noticed many of these other channels, they sort of get out first thing in the morning and they're photographing or videoing the sunrise, and I'm fast asleep when that's happening, and then by the time it's happened I'm too tired to get out anyway. We'll get going. We will move today. We're going to head down, as I told you last night, down into that. We're going to go down into the valley of the shadow of doom. Dear. But yeah, I must admit, we had a good night. We had a good night's sleep. I think I put my head down. It was actually before dark. I've got this Chinese, not a Chinese takeaway. I've got this Chinese torch, this Sunblesa torch. I've been doing YouTube for like, 10 years, and nobody has ever sent me anything, free. And of course, the first bloody thing I get is bloody Chinese. Nothing against the Chinese, of course. We love you, China. Yeah, stop supporting Russia, though. But anyway, apart from that, yeah, I got this Chinese takeaway Sunblesa torch. It kind of makes a great deal of sense, doesn't it? Sending a torch almost in the middle of summer when I'm like falling asleep at 8 or 9 o'clock and it's not getting dark yet. So I will do I probably won't do a video dedicated to when the chap emailed me. Well, he didn't email me. He sent me a private message on WhatsApp. I said to him, look, you can send me out your torch if you want to, but it's up to me what I do, how I do it. I said, you need to look at my channel. Whether he ever did, he probably didn't bother looking. But I said, you need to look at my channel, and then it's up to you whether you send it out to me. Anyway, it's probably only like 15, 20 quid or I don't know how much it is. It's probably on, yeah, £20 on Amazon. It's probably on Amazon. I'll have a look. If it is, I'll stick a link below, but I haven't even done that. In fact, all my links below for Amazon things are just a complete ad hoc list of things, really, and it's kind of just luck if someone finds something that they want, or if someone actually clicks on something and then goes and buys something else within 24 hours, then I get like 0.5% commission or something. But anyway, I'll have a look and see if I can stick a link below, but I'll probably forget. I'm not that bothered. I was just looking at it and I noticed that you probably can't quite tell, but the light sensory thing on this side here it's not quite level. It's a bit wonky. Mr. Chinaman, you got Mr. Rangeman who does G-Shocks. Mr. Chinaman, you need to level up your your wonky thing. It's not quite level. Anyway, I didn't use it at all last night because I was so bloody tired. I walked 6 kilometers yesterday and it nearly killed me. If I don't ever get back to the car, I just send out the search party to the middle of Dartmoor, then whoever finds the corpse first can lay claim, salvage rights. Salvage rights. Oh God. Anyway, I didn't use it last night, but I did use it the night before. Only in cam just to see what I was cooking and eating, and from what I can tell, it's actually quite good. I suppose the Chinese do make good things sometimes, but don't always fall apart. I prefer things made in USA or England or something, or Thailand or Taiwan or somewhere like that. But I suppose sometimes they do make good things, and I must admit it's okay. I don't think I'd bother with some of their other stuff, but I probably wouldn't ever get sent anything else again. But I only said yes because it's kind of like something that I can actually use. And my current torch, which is the Petzl, is actually it's a bit heavier. I think it's a bit heavier. I'll have to weigh them actually, but I think it's heavier, and I don't think the battery's lasting quite so long on it now. In fact, bizarrely, the battery, if I can get it out, that's the battery we're talking about. The battery is damp as well. How did I get damp? Oh yeah, I put it in Lass's pack, that's fine. Yeah, because I didn't include it in my base weight. But the Petzl battery, just as a sort of a fun comparison, really, I don't quite know what you can see, but the Petzl battery is almost the same size as this Sunblesa little torch thing. But I have noticed that the battery in this Petzl is not lasting, you know, quite as long as, you know, as maybe it should. It's strange, it's not even working. I was able to charge the Petzl up when I got home. Maybe getting wet in Lass's pack shorted it or something, but I'm very sure that it was charged originally. Maybe it needs some power, or maybe the water has got to it, but I mean it should be. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? It doesn't work. It's either, I can't imagine the battery has run out of this active Actic Core Petzl. We'll drop a few names in there because I'm sure YouTube picks up on names. I was watching a video the other day. I very rarely watch outdoor channels now, to be honest. I got a bit bored with them, really. Basically doing the same as me, and I tried to, if I'm doing it myself. But anyway, I did see one the other month, and someone suddenly, out of nowhere, just mentioned a rock band. I was thinking, why are you mentioning a rock band? It had no real significance to the video, and it's either because he was, you know, maybe he actually literally was just talking about his favourite group, which is quite possible, or maybe he'd heard, like I had, did a few, you know, that YouTube, you know, picks up on, you know, on your words and can use what you're talking about to try and, you know, send your videos around the world to people who might be interested. So maybe I should all talk in an upper class British accent, you know, very posh, and just talk. This is my tarp, this is my torch. We are in the middle of Dartmoor camping in a tarp. Yeah, I don't think so. Anyway, I don't know what's happened to that. It's not working. So it's a good job. So it's a good job I got this Chinese takeaway thing here. Anyway, it's actually quite good. I mean, I basically used, it's got a red light on it. It's got a red light on it. I like that. I like that out there. And it's got a white light on it. And I think I read it's got a green light on it as well. That's probably for when the aliens come down, but I'm not quite sure. I haven't found the green light yet. But yeah, I mean, it seems to have different brightnesses and things like that, and high, medium, low, and it's got a lock thing that you can lock it, and Yeah, I mean, it was quite, I must admit, it's quite good for what it is. It's, I mean, it's cheap and plasticky and everything. But, you know, to be honest, you know, it's actually probably quite good. And let's face it, even the expensive, I might well say, even the expensive things are probably made in China. I mean, I bet even this is, I don't know where it's made. Where does Petzl make their torches? Do they actually make their stuff in, well, where's Petzl? It's not American, is it? It's like Italian or something? I don't know. Let's have a look on the back. Rechargeable Lion model there. Do not open. Do not short circuit. Do not expose to fire. It doesn't actually say where the battery is made. Normally they would. Normally they'd say. It has got quite damp though. So it would be ironic if in trying to lighten my load, as it were, and giving Lassie my torch, and she's dunked it. Because let's face it, she spent a bit of time in the rivers yesterday. It would be ironic if Lassie's gone and killed it. But I mean, they're designed to be used in the rain, aren't they? So I'm kind of surprised that it doesn't work. I'd maybe stick some power into it and see whether that has any effect on it. Anyway, if you're interested in torches, I was sent this one for free. I don't know whether I'll be sent anything else for free. If I am, just make sure it's something useful that I can use. Don't bother sending rubbish or something I'm not going to use. I'm not dragging it all the way out here. I mean, at least this is something that I can, you know, I can actually make use of and is light. Anyway, yeah, so I was sent that for free. The first free thing in 10 years. Oh, woe is me. I know, some people, they come on YouTube, 5 bloody minutes later, they get like a million free things. I don't want a load of free things anyway, to be honest, but it's just funny. Anyway, I made my porridge. Ooh, bloody hell. Hang on. It's getting a bit on the... It's 11 o'clock too. We're going to have to start maybe shifty poos tiny... Hang on, let me get back inside the sleeping bag. Oh God. Oh. I need to pick up all my rubbish. That breeze is picking up, and it's definitely. It's definitely starting to come through. I can feel it coming through the tail, you know, a little bit. You can see it's quite breezy back there now. But actually that would be quite easy to, that in itself would be quite easy to sort out, because all I need to do is just bring that middle peg closer to the tarp, and then that would just automatically just lower that down, and you still have the height of the right hand side because I've got it going up over a rock. So that would actually be quite easy to sort out. And of course over this side, if you come around here, kind of got, you know, the mat, not the mat, what the hell are you on about? The rucksack there, and that's kind of a good support, you know, is a good windbreak to a degree on that side there. Ooh. But there is, I have to say, and I've not actually yet had to pitch this, you know, to the ground, in which case I think it probably would get on the tight side. I think it would be on the tight side then. It's actually not bad. It's a pretty good amount of room in here for a solo tarp. You know, I was quite exposed yesterday, and I had one side pitched down quite low, didn't I? And I had plenty of room. As long as you don't have to have a load of room at the back, because you're not going to be doing anything all the way back there. So you don't really need that space at the back. As long as you've got enough room for your feet and your legs, that's all you need. You know, you really don't need a ton of space, you know, at the back. You know, the only place where you really want your space is really, you know, right in the front, or maybe like a foot or so, you know, from the front, so you're not right at the entrance, as it were. You're not right at the entrance, as it were. But I'm going to eat my porridge, I think. Oh, God. All right, catch you all later. Oh, God. It's one of those mornings, I think. All right. No sheep around when you need one. Okay. Later on. A little add-on to my video regarding the MLD. It's quite windy. This one is holding in very firm, as is that one at the back. As is this one here. But I noticed that things were getting a little bit floppy and loose in the middle. And just interestingly, it's this carbon core one here. Now, I guess the wind is coming directly in this direction, so it is hitting this panel most, but it is interesting that that one there is the one that has slipped the most. I have swapped it over for an MLD peg there, and we'll just see, and I pulled it tight, we'll just see how that goes. I did tighten up that line over there, it just needed a little tighten up on it, and that one there. But it's not unusual to have to tighten lines up occasionally. Okay. I just noticed that the innards was starting to come in on me, you know, a little bit, so I just wanted to mention that. Okay, well, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh God, it's Lassie getting look at you, Lassie. Just when I say it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Suddenly got excited and decided to take a chunk out of Dartmoor. Oh, Lassie, you are funny. All right, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've done, steady Lassie. I've done a video, or half of a video. I'm going to do some more in response to, oh, it's quite windy up here. It's gusting upwards of 20 miles an hour. I've lowered the back right down because all this grassy stuff here, let's see, go back, was coming in, literally blowing in on me. It wasn't really a big strong wind coming in, it was just you know, bits of this loose grass was coming in occasionally. And I've also pitched that side there down very, very close to the ground because the wind is coming from the east, as they said, which is kind of broadsiding us, you know, a little bit. Oh, Lassie. Anyway, I've got my tea on. Lassie, go back, Lassie. And I've got most of everything in the pack. As I'm working my way through it, it's getting emptier and emptier. But by the time I put these bits in here, then we will fill it up. And I can also stuff my sleeping bag in, not quite so tight, you know, when I'm in my next camp for the walk home if necessary. But yeah, we're making good progress here. Like I said, we've got stuff packed in the pack. Not really much else to say, really. I'll either talk again before we head off here, or I'll talk on the way, or I'll talk when we get there. We'll kind of see how it goes. See you later, alligator.